I'm Doris from the Lightwork Experience, and I'll be delivering to you today the messages from the Spirit Baby realm for October 2023. The first visual elements that I had were leaves, berries, blueberries, birds, four-leaf clovers, and pumpkin, and then it started going on to this vision of autumn and this fall, and it was really outdoors. So I felt that the first element were look for signs related to the season. And then when I started to look deeper into it, it was also saying the season is changing. We are gonna go into the oranges, so you'll have all these moods, these vibes of softness, but it could also be the beginning of staying indoors, feeling a bit isolated and alone. It's gonna get colder, and I was seeing beautiful images of divine light coming from within. And again, the message was, even if the weather outside is dark and terrible, if your inner light is on, you can feel warmth and radiations of love and feeling really good about yourself despite the external climate conditions or external factors. The message here was to continue. I keep saying it, but it's really about work on your growth, work on your happiness, whatever this may be. But it had to do with your moods, with how to make a good experience. Let's say if you have to stay indoor, how to make it like a cocooning and soft moment, or how to get together with friends and have a warm drink and a warm time. And then I asked, okay, what are the other messages that I can deliver that would be useful to the people who are going to be watching this? And something came up about communication being key. I was shown that men and women don't always feel the same. They don't feel, men might not understand where this drive for having a baby, for, having this womb calling, they wouldn't get it. So they were saying, no, you have to sit down, try to make them understand where this urge is coming from, when it's physical. And I laughed because they were saying the only way to compare it is talk to men about their sexual desires. When they have a desire, when they have an urge, they want a relief. They want to respond to that urge. They want to feel the pleasure. And it's exactly the same for you with the baby. All of a sudden, your body is talking, it has this urge, and all you want is to fulfill it. So that's one way of explaining them. But they say talking, communication is key. Sit down, explain why you want the baby, why maybe it's there and you want to keep it, or why you don't want to keep it, or why you want a baby so much even though it's not working, you want to keep trying. And they were saying, yes, the weather change might also affect your libido. So it's going to make the journey maybe a little bit more stressful. So they were saying, learn to cope with it. Make yourself feel good. Don't stay isolated. Learn to meditate. Learn to work from within to bring happiness and joy. Nature keeps calling also. Every time I close my eyes, I feel drawn to forest, to nature, to elemental beings, and not just fairies, but elves. They're going to be strong. It's their moment. The presence of elves is very strong at the moment, and it feels like they have a strong power to manifest because they're closer to earth. They are within nature. they're at reach. So you might want to connect to elemental beings and elves and fairies, gnomes, and beings that are under the layer of the earth. Not those that are celestial, but those that are down below. You need their help to connect to the earth to be able to manifest what you want. For some of you, it's about decorating baby's room. It's about taking in those colors, leaves, natural elements. Preparing the arrival of a child. But there will be lots of signs. That's what I felt from the beginning, is look for signs because there are plenty coming your way. And learn to reduce the stress. You are also being encouraged to cook food, to cook your meals as much as possible. I know it's not always easy depending on the time and the schedule that you have, but try to cook from scratch and avoid as much as possible industrial foods. Somehow keeping hydrated. I keep seeing teas and infusions and keeping yourself warm and hydrated. Take the time to read. You're being encouraged to expand your spiritual knowledge and understanding. So it's time for more books. It's definitely a time of calm. It's not about running around. It's not about exercising. It's really about recovering, cocooning, soft and quiet times, but also not being alone and isolated. I hope this was helpful. I hope that you got the messages that you felt you would have for this month. And I'm always there if you want to talk a little further. I look forward to connecting with you. Have a lovely month of October.